We're going to have to move to the copper box, ladies and gentlemen. Just to let you know who's currently playing in this, the doubles match in family poised. But just about to go on in the para table tennis men's standing class of 7 to 10, we have Will Bayley and Aaron McKibbin. And in the other group match, we've got Craig Allen and Alex Brown.
Welcome back, everybody. We're at the PG Mutual National Table Tennis Championships 2018, and we are going to watch the last in the group matches between Will Bayley, Paralympic champion and more, against Aaron McKibbin. They have both been playing in a group of 4 in the para class 7 to 10, so an aggregated class of physical impairment but standing, and 2 very, very competent players. You're going to see the best in the world play. So we have Will Bayley from Yorkshire, Aaron McKibbin down as Surrey, and I'm delighted to have with me in the commentary box David Wetherill of Great Britain, who's going to talk us through a couple of the ins and outs of the British para-TT game.
Yeah, cheers, Colin. I think it'll be a very interesting match. I think because obviously these two, they know exactly what each other are all about, and I think the form book goes out the window a little bit in moments like this, and I think whoever can play well on the day, you know, they know each other inside out. I actually had a little hit with Will yesterday, and he's looking real sharp, so and Aaron's playing quite well at the moment, so this should be a good match.
Good. Well, it's great to see a match when both players are confident and they're feeling like they're playing well. How much would they train together?
On a daily basis, yeah, both. So we're all, the Paralympic squad are all based up in Sheffield at the English Institute of Sport.
Yep.
So an amazing facility, and yeah, so these two are training every day together. So like I say, I think form will go out the window a little bit, and I think Will got the best of Aaron at this event last year. But did Aaron go on to win it, I think, so yeah.
Okay.
I think
so, could be close.
Looking to get his own back in the particular head-to-head, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So in international competition, do they play in different classes or in the same class?
Yes, so Aaron's a class 8 and Will's obviously Paralympic champion in class 7. So, I mean, there's not too much difference, obviously one class apart, but so Aaron is slightly more able-bodied than Will.
Yeah, and that kind of evens it up. We've got a Paralympic champion,
but you know,
against someone that's in a class up, a lighter, if you like, level of impairment.
We could say that, you know, it's a relatively. I mean, I see these guys train every day, and every time it's a good quality match. I can't call this. I literally can't. Call this, so excellent. Yeah.
Okay, David, and for the benefit of the viewers, where are you in all this?
Yeah, so I'm a class 6, so I'm one below Will again. So, in layman's terms, I guess all four of my limbs are physically affected, so it puts me in a lower category. Okay. So I find it very difficult these days to. I'm trying my best, but I'm trying to keep up with them.
Well, maybe it's not fair to expect you to keep up with them, but you're holding yourself up very well. I know you're an excellent practice partner for them.
It's great practice for me for a start. So,
and I guess they drag you and suck you along, even though their level of impairment is less than yours.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's a beautiful backhand loop from Aaron. Well done. Look at that blocking from Will, but then the backhand across court wide of Will's backhand. That's where he knew he had to go to, and that's where Will was going to be struggling just to get his left leg across to be able to stabilise his body and get behind the ball. So well done, Aaron. There's no quarter expected or given in these games. There. Oh, Will nearly had it. Good recovery there from Aaron wide of the forehand.
Did it just clip the net? I think it just maybe.
Yeah, maybe a bit of luck as well. And that forehand serve, really, really wide of Aaron's forehand, but Aaron's dealing with those wide forehands really well.
Yeah, I think one of Will's big strengths is his blocking ability, and obviously he's got pimples on his backhand, so he likes to dominate the table and maybe stay closer. Aaron, and if he can force Aaron away a little bit and block him around the table.
Right, and for the
but one of the advantages of playing with each other, I think, you know, he maybe knows where the ball's going, you know, the patterns of play maybe a little bit.
Yeah, there's the block from Will, but Aaron's following up really, really nicely. Well done, Aaron. So in Class 6, David, what's your ranking nationally or internationally?
So internationally, I'm currently 5, I think.
5 in the world?
Yeah. Wow. Not too bad.
Not too shabby.
Trying to improve that a little bit.
Yeah. And where does Will get the speed from? He's an incredibly fast blocker.
He's one of the hardest working players in the training pool that I've ever had the pleasure of training with. So yeah.
Very
and
good.
obviously in the gym as well, he's got good strong legs, and I think that helps him cover the table.
Right. And a fierce competitor. So, working our way through this first game. And Aaron McKibbin with a forehand, running around the backhand side, gets forehand in, went straight down the line. That made it past Will into the corner. Aaron goes to pick it up and give it back to the umpire. Very nice of him.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we're in a training block where it's pre-season for us at the moment. So this is quite a good little tournament before our first competition next week.
Yep.
And so we've been doing quite a lot of multi-ball, and I think Aaron in particular, he's looking so much more powerful this season than last season, and you could see there that last forehand. I think, you know, that impressed me. That was quite strong.
Okay. And how much multi-ball would you guys do?
Well, it varies really. For me personally, I quite like to. I can't manage as many training sessions as these guys.
Yes.
So sometimes it's quite good to come off the table and do a little bit of high intensity, but less, not for long. You know, so like half an hour block of multi-ball is more beneficial than a 2-hour training session for me sometimes. So I quite like to. We quite like to do it quite often, if you know what I mean. So
yes.
And obviously it's a great way of training as well. So.
Yeah. And you can see that intensity there. Fast serve from Will and a fast follow-up with the backhand. And for those experts in the audience, is it a short pimple, a long one, or what they call one of these new kind of half and halves? The pimples on the backhand.
I think he changed him after Rio actually. He was using short pimples, but I think he's now using a little bit longer, more like medium. Yeah. Yeah.
So a medium length, fairly soft pimple.
He was experimenting a little bit, so I'm not sure which ones he's got on. Not 100% sure at the moment, but I think they're maybe a little medium long potentially.
Yeah.
We're actually quite far away here, so it's quite hard to see the flight of the ball. But yeah.
No, indeed. But they don't seem slow though.
No,
it's not a kind of a block that really slows down and holds the ball up. It seems to be quite a quick pimple. So McKibbin doing pretty well at the start of this second game. Best of 5 in the British Para-TT competition here. Fast serve from Aaron down the lines. That's revenge for the one that Will Bayley did, choosing the same tactic. Just off the top of the net. Will, little moan there that he didn't get the best of luck. 5-2. Game and 5-2 to Aaron. Now, that was a chop serve down the line. Looked like it was going to go a fast serve, and they took the pace off it. Will, you see the concentration on his face there. Got a lot of backspin. Another fast serve from Will Bayley.
You can never write Will off. I'll say that for one thing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know he seemed to be a bit of a slow start here, but you can never write him off. Okay.
So nice forehand stroke production from Aaron. He's really worked hard on that. You see the upper body strength. What we're looking for is explosive power. So you've got a combination of speed times strength to produce that power. Make a little light ball. It's only a few grams. Really do something constructive. You've really got to get your body into it. Will, of course, is looking for the flick returns to try and take the pace and the time out of Aaron's preparation. That one, oh, Aaron had the time. Got to put that one down as an unforced error, I think. But still 7-5 up to Aaron. Not easy to play those shots, but they should be going on 85–90% of the time if it's a clear third ball attack. Nice whip with that backhand.
That's what Will is so good at, staying solid. You know, it's if he ever misses a, you know, unforced errors don't happen very often with Will when he's playing at his best. So yeah, that's one of the reasons he's so hard to beat. So, like, there's a few mistakes slipping in though, and maybe that's why he's struggling a little bit.
Maybe. We wouldn't expect that last one, for example. So, game in 8-6 up to Aaron. Struggling away from the table. Will is clearly pummeling the backhand away from the table there. Getting the ball up higher and higher and higher. Aaron trying to get back into it. Just a thick edge there.
Yeah.
And when you play these guys, David, when you train with them or when you play them in matches, what does it look like? What are you trying to do against them? Do you like stop them from attacking, or is there lots of open rallies with you?
Yeah, I think for me, I've really got to impose my service game and try and kind of finish the point as quick as I can, really, because if the rally goes on longer, my mobility and my movements obviously a little bit more of a limitation. So
yeah, so typically if you're in a lower numbered class with a high level of impairment, then you'd be looking for those early tricky shots to.
Yeah, of course. So, but it's also, you know, it's a little bit of a leveler in the sense that we do play each other all the time. So, you know, we've had some good games in the past, but I wouldn't expect to be able to compete on a level playing field. But I feel like I'm in the rallies early on, but as the rally goes on longer, then it's a little bit more difficult for me.
Gets more difficult. Well, what you're seeing now is Will chasing this game down. Exactly what you were saying, David. Pulled it back. Is it 9-all now?
He's just got to stay solid.
And you just see Will just looks so happy to create the fight.
So neither player will want to lose this.
Very, very
well
big one
this
second game. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a crucial point now.
Yeah. Might have a big bearing on the match.
Yeah.
Big shout from Will. Really pleased to get that one. So, nothing in it.
Is that 11-10? 10-11. Yeah. Good serve.
Okay. So Aaron McKibbin. He says of Surrey. Is he from Surrey? Is he based
from
Wandsworth? No, he's based in
in
Sheffield now, but
yeah, I think he grew up in Wandsworth in London.
Oh, okay, Wandsworth boy.
Yeah, so relatively local.
Yeah. Okay, so forehand serve from the backhand corner. Big fast serve to the backhand. Goes for the backhand rally with those pimples. Eventually, in the net, point to Aaron again. Aaron going to serve. Is he going to do the same serve again? Well, he's crossed the forehand side of the table now. So he's creating some variations. Lovely hard flick from Will. Again, keeping himself in this game.
Here we go.
Such a strong worker.
Yeah, you can see how much he wants this. He really wants to win this.
Indeed he does. See that preparation every point. He'd basically die for a point, wouldn't he? If he had to. Sometimes he almost has in training and in competition over the years. Well.
Did that clip the edge of the table there?
13-12.
So back to the forehand serve from the backhand side. Yeah, you can see the backhand, the pimples on the backhand, just slowing the ball down after it's bounced. But then Aaron staying solid. So, second game. Both players going back to the corner. They've got a minute or two to think about what they want to do. Neither player is actually going back to see a team captain. But Aaron will be happy. You see that, get some water in.
Maybe we can see the famous Will Bayley fighting spirit from 2-0 down.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll see that no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a professional. Doesn't like to let anything go. He's probably doctored Aaron's bat while he wasn't looking, you know, snapped it in half and then glued it back together a bit sideways.
So I'm impressed, actually, with Aaron's serving really well. He's
Isn't
mixing
he?
it up really well.
Yeah.
Well, both players, really, but, you know, changing the... I think when you know each other's games, and obviously they know they know their serves and stuff, so to mix it up is quite crucial.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Yeah. Good backhand there from Will down to the crossover of Aaron McKibbin in the middle. When it came back, Will went round to play his forehand, just hit it off the end of the table. Good attempted spin up from Aaron, slight mistake. So, just off the end of the table, one from each player. Just keeps it level. And that's a beautiful backhand topspin, straight into the crossover. Not a lot that Will could do about that one, David.
No.
Just good quality, wasn't it?
You can maybe see the difference in class a little bit. You know, Aaron's power and his leg strength is maybe on show a little bit more here.
And there it is again. Yeah, absolutely. And you have to say, Aaron's trained up to the eyeballs. He's really, really producing his explosive power in his legs really well, and his timing, the timing of the detonation of his legs just before he hits the ball to create the whip of the topspin into the rally. Quite amazing. So, timeout time. Will is going to have to rethink this. He started the third game. It's not gone according to plan. It's slipping away.
Yeah,
and he has to rethink the start of this game, and now from a position where he's slightly behind.
He won't be happy with this so far, but like you said before, I think he'll give it everything to get back into this match.
He will.
3-1.
So back to it.
Yeah, I think he when I see Will playing really well in training, he really dominates the table, staying up close and sprays the ball around. Really needs to make Aaron move a little bit more than he is doing at the moment.
Yes, he does. Well, he did there. Nice one to the crossover. Aaron coming across the forehand side to play the backhand. Slightly off balance. That's all it takes. Fast serve again. Oh, just off the top of the net. So fine margins. Could have gone either way, but keeps it competitive.
Might have found himself a little bit of a foothold here. Yeah.
Oh, and a serve off. Will looks keen. Is this all that Will needs to be able to turn the match around?
6-4.
Well, that's 3 or 4 on the run.
Definitely a little swing in momentum.
Yeah. Let's see how Aaron recovers, whether he can recover at all. Will keeping it. He's definitely happy with the backhand-to-backhand diagonal rallies, isn't he?
Yeah, nice.
That's a good backhand down the line from Aaron McKibbin, and then forehand across court as well. Really, really strong. Well, for someone that had the momentum turned against him, Aaron's holding up pretty well. Looks pretty solid there. Another point for Aaron McKibbin. Just so you know what's going on the other tables, we've got Craig Allen in this event playing against Alex Bland for 3rd and 4th place in this group matches. So what you're watching are the last games in the groups in this British Para Table Tennis. It's all play all in this one. So good topspin again from Aaron, generating that good leg power. Lots of topspin. And there's also a men's doubles on at the moment.
Yeah, Aaron's really, really improved his mental game over the last few years.
Has he? Yeah.
And you know, a run of points against him maybe in the past might have affected him, but he seems to have steadied the ship a little bit. And you never ever want to give Will a sniff, because that's all he needs sometimes. So Aaron really will want to finish this 3-0.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful rally. Well done. And just to let you know that on table 3 at the moment, men's doubles, we have 2 Bennetts that are leading against Paul Drinkle and David Macbeth. 9-8 in this game. So Craig Allen and Alex Bland playing British Para TT on court number 4. And that's all happening whilst you're watching on the BBC red button. Will Bayley serving. Oh, and he's popped the 3rd ball off the end of the table. So Will Bayley preparing to serve. Goes for the switch down the line, just off the top of the net, and there we go. 3 games to Aaron McKibbin. Will Bayley did everything he could. Aaron will be really proud of himself there, David, won't he, for holding up against such a strong opponent, don't you think?
Definitely. I mean, he played very well there, actually, very solid. He didn't make a lot of mistakes in the important points, and obviously came away with a 3-0 victory. But like I said before, I think in a big arena, it's sometimes the form book goes out the window, and mentally, in the past, Will's been very strong, and he's been on top of Aaron in circumstances like this. But you know, when the boys won the bronze medal in Rio in the team event, Aaron was the one that brought it home against the Chinese, actually, in the deciding set. So in the deciding match. So yeah, mentally he's really come on, and that was a very good performance, actually. Yeah,
so excellent progress over the last couple of years from Aaron. Well-deserved victory to beat Paralympic champion, albeit in one class up. Well, thanks to David Retherall for being with me and talking through that British Para TT last round in the group. So Aaron McKibbin, unbeaten today, takes out Paralympic champion Will Bayley. Our thanks to David Retherall, and it sounds like we've got a good team culture, good team spirit, and a great training venue at the EIS, English Institute of Sport in Sheffield, where they're all training together. We look forward to the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics, and we will leave you for a few minutes for now. Thanks for being with us, David.